This is the Kevin Trudeau Show. Dial Kevin now at 888-99-KEVIN. Online at KTRadioNetwork.com.
Hi, Kevin. My name's David, and I just wanted to thank you for being a beacon in the world with your website and your radio show. Saw a copy of your books, Natural Cures, and it turned my life around. I feel great and have energy. My coworkers think I'm 35, even though I'm 50. Good luck to you, and I hope I actually get to meet you someday. Thank you again for your time.
Your life starts by listening to KTRadioNetwork.com, the Kevin Trudeau Show. Thank you so much for those calls and emails, and please, 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 please continue. If you like the show, go to our website at KTRadioNetwork.com, leave me a voicemail message, or send me an email, comment. If you don't like the show, leave me a voicemail message, or send me an email or comment. I read those too. Yeah, some people think I'm a loon. 7 foods you should never eat. According to who? 7 foods you should never eat, according to scientists. Interesting. And doctors. Let's discuss, shall we? You're not going to hear about this by Robin Meade, Headline News, or Bill O'Reilly. New, they're forbidden. Now, I sent this stuff in, and they're not allowed to talk about this. An endocrinologists will not eat canned tomatoes. Endocrinologists will not eat canned tomatoes. Why? And these are the top endocrinologists in the world from various universities around America and the world. The problem is the resin linings of the tin cans contain, as we were talking about, BPA, which is a synthetic estrogen. It's been linked to reproductive problems, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, depression, and mental disorders. The acidity in the tomatoes particularly caused the BPAs to leach into the tomatoes. Studies show that BPA in most people's bodies already exceed the amount that suppresses sperm production and causes chromosome damage to the eggs in women. Do you notice that we have the highest infertility rate in the history of mankind in America? Americans are the most infertile people on the planet. It's caused by things such as these BPAs. The solution is choose tomatoes in glass bottles. Are you paying attention? Farmers won't eat corn-fed beef. Real farmers. They won't eat corn-fed beef. The problem, cattle evolved to eat grass, not grain like corn. But cattle ranchers today feed cows corn and soybeans. And most importantly, these ranchers feed the cows genetically modified corn and genetically modified soybeans, specifically designed to increase the fat in the animal artificially. These ranchers also feed the cows ground up, diseased, dead cows, pigs, horses, chickens, and goats. Animals that were too diseased to go even into pet food. Interesting. So someone says, well, why do they do this? Because it makes them more money. But it means that the cows are less nutritious, are loaded with toxins and poisons and disease. And these cows cause us, in fact, to get fat. A recent comprehensive study conducted by the USDA itself and researchers from Clemson University found that when you compare a corn-fed cow or corn-fed beef with grass-fed beef, the difference is dramatic. The grass-fed beef is higher in beta-carotene, all types of nutrients, including vitamin E, very healthy omega-3s, and have much higher levels of CLA, which is good for your heart, your health, your brain function, your mood, and burns fat. Grass-fed beef also is much higher in calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Grass-fed beef also has lower amounts of omega-6s, which cause inflammation like gout. Grass-fed beef is also lower in saturated fats. Grass-fed beef doesn't have pesticides, disease such as cancer, and it doesn't have antibiotics in them. The solution is real simple. Always buy grass-fed beef. And on our website at ktradionetwork.com, one of our sponsors, is where I buy my grass-fed beef. I have a freezer full of veal, beef, turkey, chicken, duck, and lamb. All different types of cuts, steaks, roasts, chops, you name it. And the quality, the taste is absolutely mind-blowing, delicious, and it's so much healthier for you. Toxicologists, PhD toxicologists, won't eat microwave popcorn. The problem, chemicals in the lining of the bag of the microwavable popcorn are part of a class of compounds that are linked to infertility in humans. And that was a study conducted at UCLA. See, this is real stuff. The chemicals in the microwave popcorn also cause liver, pancreatic cancer, and testicular cancer. Studies show that microwaving causes the chemicals to vaporize and migrate into the popcorn. They stay in your body for years and accumulate there over time. What's the solution? Old-fashioned, natural, non-genetically modified popcorn kernels, and pop it the old-fashioned way in a skillet. I'll give you my little technique. And I like popcorn, especially you're watching a movie at home, get some people over, bake some popcorn. First, I have my grass-fed raw butter. I have my sea salt. And then I get my non-genetically modified, all organic popcorn kernels. I get a stainless steel mixing bowl. I grab some tongs, or you can even get a clamped down pair of pliers and attach it to that. I add a little bit of olive oil or peanut oil to the bottom. I add my kernels. I put some tin foil across the top, put one little, I take a fork and pump a couple little holes in it for just a little bit of steam because I don't want the popcorn to steam. And then I put it over the heat and I shake, non-stop shaking. Just non-stop shaking, and then they stop popping. Once they start popping, I take it off the heat and continue to shake. And then I go back on the heat, and then just for a second or two, and then off 1 or 2 times, but you want it off the heat because you don't want the popcorn to burn or the oil to burn. Then I take my butter, which I've melted, and I pour it over there, throw some salt on there, and it is delicious and nutritious. Plus, it's dirt cheap. You can feed a whole party for like $3. Ugh. I also take it with me to the movie and hide it under my coat because I ain't going to pay $7 for a bag of crap that should be flushed down the toilet. $7 for a bag of popcorn at the theater with butter flavor gook that they put on. Ugh, are you kidding me? Wouldn't even think about it. The farm directors won't eat non-organic potatoes. The problem, root vegetables absorb herbicides, pesticides, and fungicides that wind up in the soil. In the case of potatoes, the nation's most popular vegetable. They're treated with fungicides during the growing season, then sprayed with herbicides to kill off the fibrous vines before harvesting. After they dug up, the potatoes are treated yet again to prevent them from sprouting. Try this experiment. Buy a conventional potato in the store and try to get it to sprout. It won't. It won't. Never eat non-organic potatoes. Always eat 100% organic potatoes. They're slightly more expensive, but they taste better, they're denser, they're more nutritious, and you'll eat less. But more important than that, they won't make you sick. Non-organic potatoes are something that farm directors know you should never eat. Kevin Trudeau here. Stay with me.
The show considered subversive by the establishment. The Kevin Trudeau Show. Get him on the phone right now at 888-99-KEVIN.